Welcome everyone to German Tool Reviews. Today we have the Hazet-branded 200ml Oiler. Thank you to those who pointed out during the KC Tool unboxing episode that this product is made by Pressol, another German company. Normally I'm not a big fan of rebranded products, but this is one of those cases where it is advantageous because there are certain places in the world where Pressol products can be hard to source. Just for clarity, I'm going to refer to this as a Pressol product as opposed to a Hazet. This oiler is from Pressol's line of polyethylene workshop oilers. This is one of their mid-level products between the industrial zinc die-cast and DIY polyethylene product lines. It looks like the only difference between the workshop and industrial versions is the container, with the pumping mechanism and the spout remaining the same. I wouldn't mind getting some more of Pressol's products here in the future. Pressol's flagship product is their number 2 oiler, which they are now calling their special model, and uses a design that is virtually unchanged in 100 years. This particular product is made in the Czech Republic, as are many of Pressol's products. Using some Columbo-like research skills, I was actually able to locate the probable factory using the modern wonders of Google Street View. This particular one is located in Blavice, Czech Republic, population around 4,000. Just for fun, let's take a look at some of the sites around this factory. So what we have going on here is some sort of Czech traffic jam. It looks like a railroad tunnel barely big enough to fit one compact car. Probably a remnant of the past back when we were all using a horse and carriage. Back to the review. We have actually already seen one of Pressol's products before, which is the Ghidorah 198-01 125ml oiler. I actually used that one quite a bit and haven't really had any complaints. I would expect that this product would meet the quality that was seen in the smaller oiler. The container of this oiler is made by a special type of polyethylene known as high density polyethylene, or HDPE. This is actually my favorite type of plastic to make stuff out of because it is chemical resistant, won't warp, and is very UV stable. I've made cutting boards out of food grade HDPE and signs out of the engravable 2-color versions. The main reason that HDPE was chosen is for its chemical resistance, as it will not react with any lubricating oils that are currently known to man. You will notice that the Hazet branding is different from the one shown in the catalog. Where this unit has a small sticker, the one in the catalog looks to have silkscreen printing on the side of the container. The sticker was applied a little bit crooked, but it was easy to fix. I have the feeling that this sticker is not going to last and will be falling off in due time. Using a magnet and information from the catalog, we can infer the metal type used for some of the components. The spout is made of aluminum, while the nut connecting it is zinc-plated steel. The handle lever and screw pump are also made out of a zinc-plated steel. The main cap housing is made out of a die-cast zinc alloy. Before opening it up, let's take a look at the pump mechanism. This is a special type of oiler that contains 2 ball valves that aid in being able to use it in almost any orientation while nearly empty. Using the lever in the front pulls on a screw which is attached to a pumping mechanism inside the oiler. Opening up the oiler, we can see that it has quite a complex mechanism. Pump screw has a yellow chromite coated nut that can be used to adjust the sensitivity of the pump. This is attached to a cast aluminum housing, which in turn is attached to a brass ball valve mechanism. This brass mechanism is screwed in with an additional O-ring to maintain the vacuum pressure. Taking the nut off the pump screw, we can see that there are actually 2 springs. The shorter spring is what I believe is to maintain back pressure to prevent the contents of the spout from quickly draining back into the container. The spout can be taken off with a 6mm spanner wrench. This coupling nut appears to be press fit onto the aluminum spout, which I believe is to ensure that the spout is indexed to point to a certain direction when screwed back in. There also appears to be some thread sealant applied to the spout connection. Taking a closer look at the lower brass assembly, it seems that everything has been press fit together, so there's probably no hope of seeing what's going on inside. However, we can see that there is a swivel ball connection at the top and a spring-loaded ball valve at the bottom. As for the lid assembly, this is about as far as I'm willing to take it apart without fear of breaking something. I do wonder what this small ball bearing that's been press fit into the lid is for. I thought it might be some kind of pressure relief valve, but it doesn't appear to be spring-loaded. I'm sure someone will have an insight as to what it is for. Now, the main reason I got this oiler is to use it with some Ballistol Universal oil. So after reassembling everything, let's put a little bit of Ballistol in this. I do like the wide mouth, which avoids the need for a funnel. Because this is a very light oil, you need to be careful with the amount of pressure you apply to the pump, or this will turn into a pressure washer. Here I'm just barely touching the pump after priming it, and I'm able to control the flow output by the drop. A couple of days later, I noticed some discoloration of the Ballistol in the container, which now has a light blue tint to it. This might be a reaction to the container, the metals inside the container, or simply some residue that was present in the pump components. I'll have to keep an eye on it and let you know if anything becomes of that. Something I noticed is that the container doesn't quite sit flat and has a little bit of a rock to it. It looks to be a manufacturing defect in the plastic or possibly warping. Not really a huge deal, as it is not in any immediate danger of tipping over for now. One thing I like about this design is the lip that is present on the top of the lid. This is to prevent any spillage from incidental drips which may run down the spout. As I said before, I'm using this pump with tool oil and it seems to be working quite well. I do like the ergonomics and the amount of dispensing control it gives you. It should serve me well for this purpose. The pump does stay primed for a while after you dispense some oil, but will eventually flow back into the container. Depending on the viscosity of the liquid, this could be anywhere from between several minutes to several hours. It is also nice that you can use this in practically any orientation. As you saw, I only had the container about a quarter full, and I'm still able to dispense it in a horizontal orientation. Well, hopefully you enjoyed that look at the Hazet-branded Pressol Oiler. Check out the link in the description to the full review. The KC Tool and Amazon affiliate links to this product are also in the description if you feel the urge to pick one up. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.